said, all right, I'm going to spanking. I heard about spankings. I knew they were bad. He walked me to the stairwell, put me over his knee. I'm going to try something real quick. I'm going to try to, I got to use 2 hands. He walked me over, put me on his knee. It's my back. I tensed up, and I felt the hand go back. This is me, and I felt this. And then I heard this. I was like, what the hell? And then again, I felt. I was like, is this really happening? Here's my dad, just like crumbled like a little bird. Just so disappointed, trying to spank me. Like, he gave me 3 or 4 real weak fish, like limp fish whacks. And he's like, I should do it. I'll tell you, he was right. That did do it because that haunts me to this very moment, and it made me. I never wanted to be in that awkward of a situation ever again. I never let my dad down. I don't want to let you guys down. I don't want to let that guy over there. I never seen him cry and try to spank me. I never asked him. But I know for a fact that he did that all on purpose. And I know he wasn't even really crying. He's the best guy. He's like acting. So he was a brilliant dad. I'm going to flash forward a moment to high school. High school got better for me because I grew. So I was still kind of like Meg Ryan, but I was like Meg Ryan in like the 90s. Like, not Meg Ryan 80s, Meg Ryan 90s, a little bit taller, a little bit cooler. I went to a performing arts high school. You guys have these? Like performing arts high schools? All right. Not many of them, I can tell by the line. That's good, that's fine. They're kind of rare. You go there, you study an art form. It's a place, in our school, in our town, it was basically a sanctuary for like the nerds. Because if you got beat up a bunch, you went to the school because there was no sports teams, there was no tough guys. It was like 7 girls to 1 guy. You studied like painting or acting or dance or trumpet or anything. Anyway, I went there and I realized this is going to be great. For the first time in my life, I'll probably be considered good at sports. Because again, 7 girls to 1 guy, a lot of guys are on the feminine spectrum of things. And this is great. So in PE, I was thinking, I'll be picked, like, not last, because I was used to getting picked last. I can't drink water, I'm choking on something. Oh, that's great. That's good. Dasani, how do you say this? Anyway, so I'm thinking this is going to be great. I'll be finally kind of considered good at sports. So the first day, all of the kids, none of them really knew how bad at sports I really am. We're standing in line, I'm kind of goofing off, talking to somebody. They're picking teams for football. That's very important to the story. Football, not soccer. All of a sudden, I realize the guy I'm talking to is picked. I look over, and there's only one other guy left to be picked. This kid, Terry. Now, Terry's a little bit different than you and I. Because Terry has no hands. I'm not making this up. I kid you not. Terry was born without hands. He had no hand on his right hand, and only like a hang-loose pinky and thumb on the other. And when he went to school, he was a slide trombone wizard. He played slide trombone, he would wedge it, and he was just like one of the prodigies in Nevada of slide trombone. A great guy, a great trombone player, a good friend of mine to this day, a really great guy. But fact of the matter is, Terry did not have any hands. You can't take that away from him. So I'm sitting online being like, oh my gosh, it's me and Terry. This is so embarrassing. When all of a sudden it happened, the team picked Terry. And I'm like, what? And the other team goes, hey, stick with me. I guess we got Gubler. I'm like, you guess you got Gubler? I'm like, Gubler's got 10 fingers. Gubler can in a pinch tie his shoe. Gubler, like, I'm like, who do you guess you got Gubler? So I'm like freaking out. I'm like, this is gonna haunt, this is gonna just wreck me. People are already saying funny in the classroom. So I'm like, oh, great. So I'm in the infield or whatever the hell, I don't know what it's called, that tells you how bad I am at sports. And I'm like, I'm moping around, like, they picked Terry before me, when all of a sudden, truly, a life-changing moment happened for me. The quarterback hikes the ball, or whoever hikes the ball, whatever happens. The guy's got it. He goes. People are scattering, the team. Terry, he's bolting, and Terry's going deep. No one's covering Terry, because, Terry's on our hands. Terry's way almost in the infield. The guy then whizzes the ball, and it's going, man. It's going. It's like a movie, slow motion. Everyone's watching the ball fly. And then I kid you not, Terry, like a dog, jumps in the air and you guys are college students. I encourage you, to try hard, like Terry. So, cut to, I love Terry. Best guy ever. I later, I'm flash forwarding a little bit. I ended up going to NYU Film School and studying directing. And to graduate, do you guys have to have internships to graduate?
Yes.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I said like with a sort of Malay or I was very fortunate. We had the option to do an internship, and I decided to kind of go Terry on the situation. There's an easy way to do it and a tough way. The easy way was like work for Miramax, had like rolling internships where you'd go and read scripts. It was pretty cool. And you'd be like, oh, Miramax. But I got kind of nuts. I was like, no, I'm going for this. I'm going to find my favorite living filmmaker and be his intern, who is this guy named Wes Anderson. He directed, he directed Rushmore, Bottle Rocket, The World Tenenbaums, Life Aquatic. Anyway, I somehow magically found his like production office and like left a letter for him, this weird letter, and sent him some movies I directed. And miraculously, he hired me as an intern, which really, again, changed my life because I thank him for turning me into an actor. Because I was truthfully like the world's worst intern. I left for spring break one time with his keys. It was bad. I lit a garbage can on fire in his office. He never found out about that, and he's on YouTube. I bet he will soon. Anyway, I think the crazy thing happened. I think it was more of a polite way to fire me as an intern. He hired me to play an intern in a movie he was making, to act as an intern. And it was really last minute. I all of a sudden get this phone call. It's Wes saying, man, filming Life Aquatic. This is a movie he made. And he goes, I want you to play the intern in this movie, but we're shooting it in Rome. They're in Rome. And you have to be here in like, you have to get on a plane in 6 hours to be in this first scene. And I was like, it was like a call from God. I was like, are you kidding me? This is amazing. So I went to the JFK, I was in New York, I went to JFK airport with like a toothbrush and a ticket. Got on the plane, all of a sudden I'm like, what, I'm an actor now in this movie? I don't know if anyone's seen it, but it's got like the best, like, yeah, all right. Yes, I'm very proud of that film. It was a very small part, but I was in it for 6 months. Filming this thing took forever, but so I flew to Rome, met all of like my idols. Like Bill Murray was there, and Bill's the greatest. Willem Dafoe, Angelica Houston, Owen Wilson, the greatest. And I had no idea, I had no business being in this film. So I go there, we shoot the scene that I'm supposed to be in. I like briefly meet everybody, but not really, because I'm so shy. Then the next day they did a very nice thing in the production. Flew me back to New York to pack, because I couldn't even pack. We were going to be there for 6 months, it was so last minute. So I'm in New York, when all of a sudden, my phone rings. I look down, and I answer it, and I'm like, hello. And I hear this like familiar voice go, is this Matthew? I'm like, yeah. Hi, Matthew, this is Bill Murray. I'm like, what? I thought someone was joking with me. I'm like, are you joking? Who is this? Like, no, this is Bill Murray. We met yesterday in Rome. And I was like, yeah. I was like, for a second, I was like, hi, nice to meet you. Are you in New York right now? I'm like, I am in New York right now. He goes, good. Can you do me a really big favor? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I need you to pick something up.